now that the valve job has been done, which I'm going to have to say, man, it really turned out good. I had very little machinist ridge. I mean, I got just a couple of little bitty spots that I'm going to have to touch and polish, mainly on the exhaust side, because that was quite an enlargement. But anyway, you can see the gray line now. Try to get you in. Okay. There's our gray line, which I've measured them, and that width is 45 thousandths. Between 42 and 47 on average, but 45. On the exhaust, it's 50. Okay, now you can see the overhang and the bowl and all that. This is what I call resetting the valves. Little something, you know, it's what I call it. It's what I've done for years. Now, I've already used my tool, which I use mathematics, valve diameter, circumference of bowl, and I figure out this position where to put it at, and it's going to put it where I want it. Now, I'm going to try to zoom in possibly. Wait a minute, I think I could get a light on it. Okay, that blame thing is cocking it. Alright, you see how it does it? What I've got is just the spot where when I rotate it, it's going to draw me a line. And I just do that 2 or 3 times because my eyes are getting bad. I'm 53 and I need a little bit brighter light these days than what I used to. So when I get done, now what I've got is I've got a line. I'm going to try to get you in a little closer. I've got a line where when I go in there with the porting tool and blend that back. Alright, here we are. And I blend that back. Well, it would absolutely help. Alright, there we go. Never claimed to be a cameraman, guys, but I am getting better at it. Okay, now you can see the line. It's right above the edge. That worked out really nice on some spots. Some spots it hangs down a little lower, and it ain't all because of the valve job. That was the pre-porting when I done the bowls, but now I'm going to be able with my grinders to lay that exactly in the same spot all the way around, and that is the name of the game. I'm sitting here looking through the viewfinder and I can see the line. I'm pointing to it. It goes right there, and that's where I'm going to pull it to and try to take any fillet out of it. This is a 70-degree angle, then touch a little bit of a 55 and a 45 and a 30. That's my 4-angle cut. Okay, so that's how I'm going to bounce it, roll it off, and get it turning. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and do the exhaust, scribe that line, and then I'm going to go in here, reset the bowls, and this cylinder head is done. Alright, FE guys, let's see what we got. I cannot wait to get a port volume on this head. Like I said, I'm estimating around a 20 to 23 cc hit on the intake runner. God knows what the chamber will be, but it don't matter, because thanks to flame propagation and chemical and mechanical burn and discharge coefficient, this beautiful chamber that I was experimenting on has turned out to be great. And I never experiment on a customer's head. It's something I've done. Okay. Now that the math scribe is done on both intake and exhaust, let me see if I can get you in there a little. I pulled it up a little bit so you can see a little better. And as you can see, the line is scribed. Of course, there's our seat. Right there's our line. Now, I'd already ported the head pretty heavily, but I have to wait to do the 60-degree angle to come in there. And what I'm going to use is not a big burr. I'm going to use a smaller, but this is a double cross cut, and it's a pretty wicked piece. So, let's go ahead. Let me show you how I lower that and pull that into that scribe line, making a perfect circumference. Okay, like I said, this is the, you got to watch it here. I'm going to start with a pull on the top. Now, what we got now is a perfect roll coming right to that line. That's what that's for. Now, this is where most shops, they don't never go this far. It's the work after here because them angles have to roll off into it. There's no sharp edges. It's just got a very good, consistent roll right up to it. And of course, I'll turn it over, and of course, I'll do the exhaust. But I just wanted to show you how I do it and pull that to that line, okay? I'll go ahead and complete this episode right here, and then the head's ready to be washed and cleaned up, and the customer will be here tomorrow to get them. And this right here will conclude the Ford FE series. I will do a CC volume check on chamber and intake port just to see the amount of material. I'm guessing about a 20 cc enlargement to 23. I've already said that. Boring. But anyway, I'll go ahead and get that set up. Just wanted to show you the math now will dictate that there's no radius or meat coming up, and it starts at the 70 and begins its turn and blend. This really needs to be done on any heads if you're going to do serious port work to it to get max